Good morning, grade 1.
Good morning.
Here is your math review for the final term weeks 5 and 6. If you want to find this worksheet, where can you go?
www.ischooli.com.
That's right, and everything you need can be found there. Let's begin. So the topics covered the last 2 weeks were adding tens. We recognized how to add two-digit problems by adding tens or counting forwards by tens. And grouping tens, we learned how to group ones into tens. So before we continue with our worksheet, we're going to do a little bit of a review. We're going to count by tens and then add. There are 2 ways that you can add a two-digit addition problem. You can do it by separating the ones and the tens and adding them separately, or you can count forward. So here I have the number 44. What is in the ones place?
4.
What is in the tens place?
4.
Okay, in my second group I have the number
20.
What's in the ones place?
0.
What's in the tens place? 2. That's right, as you can see here as well. There's a visual for you. So like I said, you can separate them or you can count forward by 10. Let's count forward by 10. When I say that, am I changing the ones place at all? No, I'm not going to count forward using the ones place. I will add it later. So let's look here. 4, 2. Remember, I'm counting by tens, not by ones. So let's add 20 to 40. So I have 40, 50, 60. Now what should I do? I should add my ones. So I have 54, 64. What's my answer?
64.
My answer is 64. Never forget to put your ones place back. In any case, if you don't want to do it this way, you can always just count it with the ones, but I don't want you to get confused by changing the ones. You can always count 44, 54, 64. And your ones are already there. Okay, let's continue. So part A on your worksheet was adding tens. Count by tens and find the sum. That's all I need to do. Here I have my first problem, which is 57 plus 20. I can count by tens. I go 57, 7, then 77. What's my answer?
77.
That's right. Next, I have 12 plus 10. 22. That's right. Then I have 23 plus 30. I have, but let's count. 23, 43, then my answer is 25 plus 50. I am aware here that I forgot to put an extra line, so let's do that now. So 25, 45, 55. What's my answer? 75. That's right. So let's go ahead and fill out these squares. 45, 55, 65, 75. So your answers should look like this. Another way is to look at the tens and ones and add separately, which is what I said before, right? So here I have in my first group what? 23. What's in the ones place? Bless you. What's in the ones place? 3. What's in the tens place?
2.
2. Let's look at 40. What's in the ones place?
0.
What's in the tens place?
4.
That's right. So I'm going to separate them. I'm going to put an imaginary line down the middle. I'm going to separate them and add my ones place first. I never add my tens place first. Otherwise, you're going to have a huge mess. So I'm going to add my ones place first. My ones place is 3 plus 0, which is 3. My tens place is 2 plus 4, which is 6. So what's my answer? 63. That's a lot simpler than counting forward, but both ways are helpful. So for the next part, add the groups and find the sum. I'm going to get some of my volunteers to do it, and don't be alarmed. It's crazy hair day. They don't always look like this, but I do always look like this. So I'm gonna get Julia Fakhouda just because her hair is insane. Hello. Can you do number 1 for me, please? That's right. All right, 73. Good job. That was a lot of hair. Let's do Marilyn. Marilyn. 84 plus 10. Go for it. Just change the tens place. You add 1 to the tens place, which gives you, right? No, 8 plus 1 is what? 8 plus 1 is 9, right? So go ahead and write 9. And in my ones place, I have a 4, so I just bring it over to the side because it's plus 0. So go ahead and write 4. Good job. Right, next, we'll do, you would look like a peacock. Let's see. 36 plus 20. That's right. And you guys both look like animals, and you look like a unicorn. So please do number 4. Okay, good job. Here we need to group the ones to make 10. So here I have 1, 10, and 14 ones. That's a bit excessive. It's a lot to say when I can just simply make another 10. If I look at my ones group here, can I make another 10? Yes, I can make another 10, right? I can make how many 10s?
40.
I can make 1 extra 10, right? So that means I'll have how many 10s after? 2 10s, right? I've added 1 10 to this, so that means I have 2 10s. And how many ones will I have? 4 10s. 4 ones, sorry. So I'll have 2 10s and 4 ones. It's a lot simpler for me to just group them like this instead of having them all over the place like that. Part B, grouping 10s. Look at the pictures, group the 10s, write them on the lines below. So first I'm gonna do the first part of the question, and then I'm going to see if I can group the 10s. Okay, so in the first part I have how many 10s?
2 10s.
And how many ones? 18 ones. So can I make another group of 10? Yes. Why can't I? I have 18 ones. Here's an extra 10 right there. So I'll have how many 10s? 3 10s. And how many ones? 8 ones. Number 2, I have how many 10s?
1 10.
How many ones?
12.
12 ones. So can I make another 10 here? Yes, I can. See, I have 1 10 here. So I can make how many 10s? 2 10s. And how many ones?
2 1.
2 ones, because I've taken the 10 away from the 12. So here I have how many 10s?
1 1
2, that's right. 2 10s. And how many ones? 16 ones. Can I make another 10?
Yes.
Yes, see, look here. I have another 10, so I'm going to add that to my 2 10s, which is 3 10s. And how many ones? 6 ones. So go ahead and give yourselves a big clap. Good job.